Imagine spyware that can break into your phone without you clicking a link or a file or doing anything at all. Just getting a message can be enough. Once your phone is infected, your data, even messages on encrypted apps, can be read and copied. That kind of spyware, using what's called zero-click exploits, is a reality. In fact, it's a booming multi-billion-dollar industry. I'm Ronan Farrow. I've reported on spyware for years. Let me tell you about the newest US government contract to buy this kind of tech and why watchdog groups are alarmed. The spyware is called Graphite, a tool from an Israeli company, Paragon Solutions, founded by a former prime minister and military intelligence veterans. Earlier this year, Apple had to rush out an emergency patch after investigators at the Canadian watchdog group Citizen Lab found graphite had been used in Europe to hack journalists. Also this year, WhatsApp warned nearly 90 people worldwide they'd been hacked. In 2024, I was one of several reporters that looked at how ICE had quietly signed a $2 million contract with Paragon, reportedly to use graphite. That work was paused by the Biden administration over human rights concerns. But just days ago, the Trump administration lifted the pause. Now, sometimes I hear people argue, if I have nothing to hide, why should I worry about this? Well, because spyware has a long history of being used to target journalists, activists, and political opposition members. Innocent bystanders sometimes get their sensitive data swept up too. Watchdog groups have even repeatedly linked spyware to acts of violence. I have sources around this company, Paragon. They claim their tech is less intrusive than competing solutions, and they say they're just selling law enforcement tools to governments and trying to minimize abuses. Paragon even told Arets that it actually cut ties with the Italian government after it failed to investigate Citizen Lab's findings. But the truth is, sensitive surveillance tools rarely stay limited to their intended targets. I have heard so many big spyware companies claim to me that their tech can be restricted to legitimate use. And time again, we see those same tools abused. In practice, spyware chills free speech, discourages whistleblowers, makes journalists and even everyday people think twice before speaking out, especially when we have no transparency about how a government will or won't use it. Civil liberties groups like the Electronic Frontier Foundation and the Center for Democracy and Technology are warning. Giving ICE, an agency already accused of due process abuses, access to military-grade spyware could mean surveillance of immigrants, activists, and journalists here at home. You can check out more of my reporting on the spyware industry in The New Yorker, or watch my film about it, Surveilled, on HBO. And if you want oversight and safeguards on how this technology is used, you can contact your political representatives.